Halo, apa kabar semuanya? Salam dari Swito Universal. Hari ini saya ada di mana ini? Saya ada di Hotel Ayana di Mid Plaza. Today very lucky. Why? Because I have VIP here. I have VVIP here. And I have the president of Northwest University with me today. I am so grateful that you are here. Good morning, how are you?
Hi, very well, very well. Saya tidak bisa berbicara bahasa Indonesia.
That's bahasa already. That is perfect already.
Well, I'm trying.
Is that the only bahasa you're...
That's about as far as it goes.
Oh, okay. I'm going to give some applause to that because that's already very good. So, Mr. President, can you explain and introduce yourself to the audience? Okay.
Yes, I'm Joseph Castleberry, and I'm president at Northwest University. I've been there for 15 years now. This is my 16th year at Northwest University, and it has been a wonderful experience. You know, when I was 21 years old, I started wanting to be a university president, and I worked my whole life. And at age 47, became president of Northwest University. I'm 62 years old now. I feel like I'm 22, and just excited about the future.
No. You don't look like 22. You look like 21. We are very lucky to have you here. And I've been talking to your team since last week. I've been learning a lot about Northwest University. Can I ask you a bit about Northwest University?
Oh, absolutely. I want to say we love Indonesia.
You love Indonesia?
I think it's my 8th trip to Indonesia. And I've been all over the islands. I've been to Borneo, I've been to Bali, I've been to all through Java, from Surabaya all the way to Jakarta. And I love this place. I am so excited about the future of Indonesia.
Java?
You have an
Borneo? Wow.
You have an amazing future in this country. You've got one of the largest populations in the world. You have an economy that's reaching the takeoff point. You have a capital accumulation and investment that's going to create a manufacturing superpower here.
Yep.
In the next 20 years, Indonesia will become one of the most powerful and important nations in the world. And so we're thrilled to be able to invest in Indonesia and to contribute to training the human capital that will make Indonesia great.
Wow, I agree with that. I believe you got some Indonesian students also?
About 20 each year. Yes.
About 20
We've had a
each year.
very strong representation from Indonesia for many years. We have alumni across the country in important positions of leadership here in Indonesia, and this is a great place.
Wow. So from these 20 students per year, majority came from which city or which area?
From Jakarta, from Surakarta, from Surabaya. Most of them are undergraduates. Some are in the MBA program. We have a very strong Master of Business Administration program. It's the second largest MBA program in Seattle. And we have students in our PhD program who are Indonesians as well.
Wow. You got here, and even the PhD.
Yes.
Wow. Can I ask you a bit about Northwest University first?
Please do.
Yeah. Can you explain about Northwest University? Where is it? What is good about this? What is unique about this?
Well, Northwest University started in 1934.
1934.
1934.
Okay.
We started as a Bible Institute. And so Northwest...
As a Bible Institute.
Yes. Northwest retains a very strong Christian identity. And so we are looking primarily for Christian students who care about their spiritual life, who want to grow in Christ, who want to learn the scriptures, but they want to prepare for a powerful career as well and make an impact on the world. And so we have 11 different colleges and schools and academic centers in the university, 11 different deans across business, nursing, education, church ministry, psychology and counseling, physical therapy, medicine, and other fields as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Starting in 1934.
That's right.
Today is 2022.
That's 88 years.
Wow, 88 years old. So can you explain about, I believe Northwest University has something unique, something very different from other universities.
The two things that make us really unique is one, our Christian identity, which creates a really strong community life at Northwest. We're like a family. Northwest is not a huge university. You can go to a place like the University of Washington and there's more than 30,000 students there. It's like a big city, and you can get lost there. But at Northwest, every one of our international students this year has an American roommate. Very few schools can promise that or expect that. But international students do very well at Northwest because of that family atmosphere and that concern about individuals. We've had, out of the last 6 student body presidents, 3 of them have been international students.
Ooh.
Yes. So international students do very well at Northwest. They're very well accepted, and especially if their English is strong, they make friends really fast and are really enjoy their time at Northwest. So our Christian identity is one of the real distinctives of Northwest. The other distinctive is our placement, our geography, our location. We are located on Seattle's east side. Seattle is the most dynamic city in America. Kirkland, the town that we're in, was #1 in all of North America last year for venture capital startup funds. We have more startup companies than anybody. The tremendous new companies being founded in the tech sphere and business. Of course, in the Seattle area, you have wonderful worldwide companies like Starbucks and Boeing and Costco and Microsoft, of course. Microsoft is 3 miles away from my campus. Google is 1 mile away from my campus. Nintendo of America is 1 mile from my campus. We have an unbelievable corporate map. If you look at the map of our area, you will see that we're just completely surrounded by the world's top corporations, and our students go to work in those corporations after they graduate from Northwest. Many of our international students do as well. We've got an international student at Oracle right now. We've got an international student graduate at Microsoft, actually 2 at Microsoft right now. We have a really strong technology program. We call it Creatio, and it produces people that go to work in the game industry in our area. Kirkland is the game development capital of the United States. We have 34 game development companies in Kirkland and Bellevue next to each other there. And so our students go to work in creating video games right out of school in the area. Not every international student can stay in the United States. We understand that, and we don't want them to stay. We want them to come back and be a blessing to Indonesia. But the reality is that a student who's in a tech field can stay for 3 years of work in America. It's called OPT, and they can stay for 3 years and work for an American company and make a good salary there. Some of them will pay for their entire education during the 3 years they work at an American company afterward. So it's a great opportunity.
Parents, I have good news for you. The president just mentioned that you don't have to lose your kids when you send your kid to Northwest University, because they will be there for only probably 3 years, 2 years, 1 year after graduation, because after that they have to go home. It's not they have to, it's just the better serve Indonesia with their professionalism, with their expertise, but they can get the first 3 years working in United States, just like the president mentioned. And guess what? Location. Cannot say anything about this. This is just perfect, because 1 to 3 miles.
Yes, that's right.
We can even walk and do the jogging for that.
Well, it's easy to get around too. The traffic isn't bad, and the buses go directly from Northwest University to Microsoft and Amazon.com. Amazon.com has 25,000 employees just 3 miles away from Northwest.
I'm going to ask something to Mr. President. Parents, I believe you need these questions. So, if you mention about working industry places 1 to 3 miles, Amazon, Nintendo, Boeing, how do you see the Indonesian students studying in Northwest University, then after that get the job there? Are they doing good? Are they being okay? Or people love Indonesians? Can you give some comments for this?
Every student is different. Every student has different talents.
Yes.
But the great thing about Indonesian students is they have a great work ethic.
Oh,
Yes, they're willing to work. And,
great work ethics.
well,
Okay.
that's what it takes to succeed at a good university. And Northwest is a good university. We expect our students to study hard and make good grades and succeed in their studies. But when they do that, and then they take that same work ethic into the job site, into the corporate world, they succeed and do very well.
I was listening to this very clearly. Listen to this. Every individual is unique, but the work ethics of Indonesia is even more unique because, see, even the president is mentioning that our work ethics is good. Hey, maintain that good place. If you go to Northwest University, they will prepare you, okay? But maintain that good things. Honesty, loyalty, hard working. That is our best capitals already. Let's go to second questions.
Can I follow up on that just a little bit more?
Please, please.
One of the distinctives of Northwest is a program that we call Ready to Work.
Ready to work, okay?
And we build into our students from their first year on campus an orientation to understand the spiritual dignity of work, to understand the purpose of work, and to dedicate themselves to being hard workers. And we create for them many different kinds of seminars to prepare them for corporate life and for the job.
Who's doing the seminars? Who will be talking in the
Our
seminars?
faculty and our staff at the university, and we're very good at this.
Okay.
Every one of our students takes a course on the theology of work, because we want them to understand what the meaning of work is. We want them to understand that it has spiritual significance and that work is a form of worship.
Okay.
And you know, when work is worship, your whole life is full of God's presence. It's a
Wow.
wonderful thing. And so this is a real distinctive of Northwest. And every student not only gets a transcript of their grades, they also get a work skills transcript that shows what work skills.
Transcript.
Yes, shows what work skills they developed on the job in their classes at Northwest. What can they do for a company? So not only do they be able to say to the company, I got an A in English, I got an A in history. They can be able to show, I know how to do social media marketing. I know how to do technical writing. I know how to do all of these different kinds of job skills that the corporate world requires. I have these competencies in these computer programs. I know how to operate Tableau, those kinds of things, so they can show employers right away what I can do for you on the job site.
Is this the university standards or this is the industry standards that you're saying?
Oh, both, absolutely. Yeah, we talk at length with the corporate world around us to understand what they're looking for in employees, so that we're able to give them people that are going to be successful employees and contribute to their success as a company. It isn't just about, me going and getting a salary, me going and have a career. It's about me building the company, building the wealth of the company and the success of the company in a way that benefits the whole society. Successful companies build successful societies. And people who work for successful companies build strong personal lives and strong families. And what could be more important than that we build our families on a good work ethic and on a good basis of prosperity, and of course a good spiritual environment.
I am so happy to hear this because the Indonesian parents usually when they send their kids to United States, when they send their kids study overseas, in their mind, they are saying that, hey, I am paying so expensive. I have to invest so much in money. But in return, you have to get something. With this money, with this lots of investment, you have to get something. And you're mentioning you're not only getting the good job, but also at the same time it's a balance.
Yes.
Because you see that your work is also a worship.
Yes.
Whoa!
Well, the moral formation of students is really important, and a lot of universities forget this. As a parent, I had 3 daughters. They're all grown and married now. They're all successful people. And my 3 daughters, I spent 18 years developing them in my home, teaching them values. Now, when I sent them to the university, I didn't send them there so the university could undo everything I did for 18 years. I sent them to Northwest.
Okay.
And at Northwest built on the values that I, as a parent, had been building in them and training in them. And I feel like Northwest was like a finishing school to complete the job that we as parents did, but to do it in ways that we couldn't do as parents. As a parent, you want the university to be a partner with you in the formation of a strong life for your child. And that's
Okay.
what it has to be about. It's not just about the corporate world and the job. You want them to be successful people. You want your kids to be people who have their moral life figured out, who have friendships, who are socially adjusted, who know how to win friends and influence people, know how to build networks, and know how to contribute. So these are all really important things to us as a university, that it's not just about a job. It's about
Okay.
building a person who's going to be successful.